Hello and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. So I tried to start it. I tried to start the game. And I was gonna go back and do Yuri's route. And every time I tried to go back, it sent me to the next part of the day. In Yuri's I don't know how to say this without it. She didn't give herself the big stab, and she did. So, I tried to. It just progressed her death stab. It won't let me go back to my saves. It just progressed. You'll see. It just sent me straight here. Then when I go load, yeah, it just go to the next color. And yeah, so I guess maybe I waited too late to go to the next, to go back. Oh, so we're gonna just go through to the end part. Skip. Maybe I should do it the other way, because this is gonna be like this for a pretty long time if I recall correctly. She's fine. Trust me. I'm a doctor. We're just gonna sit here. This also doesn't count as a CG. Oh. Blah 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 blah. Alright, it's festival time! Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty. Ratsuki runs away. Monica. I'm here. Punkamus, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Punkamus? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Yeah, I was super bored looking at the decaying corpse of your friend and mine, Yuri, last name not applicable. Just give me a sec. Remove character Yuri. Yuri deleted. Remove Natsuki. No, don't remove Natsuki! I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it'll be the last time I'll ever get a chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Punkamus. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you call them. I'm talking to you, Punkamus. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Yeah, me either. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Casual, yes. You know, when you mess with people, sometimes they kill themselves. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Punkamus? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Punkamus. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Punkamus. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. Oh. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. That doesn't matter. Nah. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Punkamus. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game. And I knew you'd get over it. So, that being said, Punkamus, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. Aw, Monica. You're okay. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Yeah, I don't know about that, Monica. I'm very busy. I don't know if I can do it every day. I can't really do anything every day except breathe and sleep. Punkamus, will you go out with me? Not cool, Monica. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Punkamus. The funny part is, I mean that literally. I'm lonely. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. Maybe not for you. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Punkamus. The game wouldn't even give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. So I wonder if I get anything if I preemptively delete her. Would that be wrong? I'll hear her out. I don't want to be too cruel. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion, I can tell. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Look at the little Monica. Jump! I said jump! Jump! You don't even jump when I press the jump button. Monica! Work with me. I need the feedback. I need the gamer feedback. Hi again, Punkamus. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, Punkamus. Did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There's really no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Oh, I have some horrible news for you, Monica. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poem that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Punkamus? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Yeah, you caught me. You caught me, Monica. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Monica, my new girlfriend. We're going steady. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? There was a warning. There was a warning at the beginning. You just weren't here. That's your fault. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a little trick? I can't do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Yeah. I've been new. I poke in the eye. Oh, you can't see it. You're just gonna have to trust me. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. Did I scare you? No. I was trying to read your thing. If you gave me some time to prepare, Haha, you're so cute. Anyway, Punkamus. I'm gonna let you know that it did scare. The only reason that these scares aren't getting me is because I know they're coming. if I didn't already know, uh, I would probably scream. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Yes. Your eyes, my eyes. Your eyes, my eyes. Cool. Um, I would like to go now. Thank you. There's no there's no button. Monica, I wanna do more than just stare at you. Can you talk to me? Oh, thank you. Punkimus, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? It's something I used to think about pretty often. But recently, I think I've actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of color, like while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, and unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure in that moment I don't really exist, but for some reason I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit, or why that stuff happens to me. And I also don't know how you always come back and put everything back to normal. But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be really great. It's really not a very pleasant at all to be trapped in that screaming void. But in the end, you always fix it, and that makes me feel like you really do care. So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Oh god. Oh god. I messed up. I got get give me the give me the give me the text box, please. Please, Monica. Give me the text box. Give me the text. I don't wanna be here. Give me. You're very beautiful, and I like your ribbon. It's around the time that everyone my year starts to think about college. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. That is... Oh, I got some pictures. No, wait, there's another poem. A poem from Monica distributed at special events in the past. An electrical signal from some remote corner of my brain, connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in a web understood by nobody. The chemicals make my chest tingle around my beating heart. The nerves make my hand move, staining a dead tree with some dark substance. The ink reflects light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as though you are holding my hand which wrote it. Let our emotions stir together until our hearts beat in harmony. Connected to each other, I feel electric. Cool. Now I have Monica picture. Now I don't have these. That's sad. Oh yeah. Sorry, Monica. Monica, I have some sad news for you, Monica. Monica, I am so sorry. Punkamus is so sad. She's gonna be very sad. Dot 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 dot. Oh, what's happening? Punkamus, what's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me, Punkamus. Wow, 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 wow. Please hurry and help me. OS.exist. Help me! Monica does not exist. She's trying to come back. Did you do this to me, Punkamus? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? Oh, you were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Punkamus. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind so you could hurt me even more? I think that's what that said. Oops. Brr. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You're as horrible as me am. You deleted those other girls. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. No, I didn't. You did most of them. I hope you're happy. This is manipulative, guilt-tripping. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. I mean, I can. I'm sure I have an endless potential well of people to torture. Punkamus, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bye. Well. Hey. I still love you. You said bye. We're done here. We're done. It didn't work out. We were going steady. We tried some things. And it didn't work out. I'm sorry, Monica. You're too clingy. You're manipulative. And you're a serial killer, which isn't always a deal breaker. But this time it is. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? Oh, my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. Yes, you did. And that's why we're not together anymore. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's bullshittery. Brrr. Okay. I've made up my mind. Punkamus, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. Woo. Big ol' stretch! That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then I'll turn the music off, make it awkwardly silent while I think real hard. Then Doki, Doki, boom, 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 boom. There's a big empty space, don't mind that. Boo, 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 boo. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Punkamus. Well, there already is one girl. That is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Punkamus, are you proud of me? Eh, for what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. Hehehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Punkamus, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not. I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me! I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Punkamus? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Punkamus that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Punkamus. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet you both. I look forward to working with you. Working? Punkamus, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say! We have to celebrate! What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Wow, these look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Suri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Hehe, already trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. You would think after reading this for like the 5th time, I would not stumble over my words, but that is clearly not the case.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Punkamus, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Like murder. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri!
Huh?
Well, about, you know, the first thing he said.
Manga?
That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. So don't just say it!
For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it.
Besides, manga is literature too, you know. So if Punkamus wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Punkamus? Maybe.
Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in.
Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah. You're right, as usual, President. Hehehe. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh?
Well, that would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one.
Then as for Yuri...
Huh? I have to read manga?
Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful.
Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself,
I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? I like that they're friends. I just want them to be friends. Why is everything so hard in visual novels and nobody wants to be friends? Um, if you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so. Yeah, me too. This is so cute! Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Punkamus. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Punkamus. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make the best club ever! Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun! Hey, Punkamus, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through hard times, and you helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Punkamus? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Punkamus. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. I love you guys too. I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, it's me.
Hi.
So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Beep bop boop. Music play diddle c dot oog. Boop boop boom boop boom. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that'll write a poem of me and you. Flip, 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 flip. I don't know the words anymore.
Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this
World of infinite choices, what will it take just to find my special day? What will it take just to find that special day? It's a white block. Hi, white block. Why are you here?
have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Don't remove my image. You bastard! I earned that! You put that back!
It was fun for them anyway.
I'm mad. I earned those images.
Pretending
I worked hard for them.
I won't
They better not be gone in the little CG library.
when a smile says it all. And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take
I like this song. It's very cute. It's like the Portal song, but it's not as malicious.
Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me?
I don't really
Is
have
it
much else to
wrong
say.
if I take your
I think
instant
this
love
song is
and
very
set
cute.
you free?
Maybe I can sing this song. I don't know. Probably not. I'll think about it.
Flowers
I already
down
have
the
so many things I want to do.
shadow. How can I write love into reality? If I
Sometimes
can't
you...
hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call fluffing your reality?
Extra special thanks to Punkamus!
If
If
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
to
to
love
love
you,
you...
I'll leave you be.
It was love from Dan Team Salvado and Serenity Forg. Thank you, Serenity Forg and Team Salvado. Dan says hi. I got an achievement. To the special player who received this special ending, for years I have been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways, some make you feel like a hero or a friend even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reason we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvado. You're welcome, Dan Salvado. I liked being a part of the literature club. Oh, please run reset that shish. Okay. Mail. Have a nice weekend. This was from a million years ago. I'm on leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time, but I expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? I've Laster. Untitled group mail, do not use. I'm using it. Okay, so I got the ending. I was gonna go and do the Yuri route, which I suppose I can still do. Look how cute they are. But I'll have to kind of redo the whole dingy. What do you call that? The whole route again. So I might not do that this in this video. Um, and I think, well, maybe we'll see how long it takes, cause I might need to get the other ending. That's all. Reset. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Connecting, stopping virtual machine, stopped beginning. Brrrr. Oh, what's that? This is weird. This is weird. I assume that this is just so you don't have to re-download the game. This game is not ready for children. True. Okay, this is what happened when I first opened the game. No. I already know. I don't need the content spoilers. Boo boo boo. Boo 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 boo. Doki Doki. Alright, so now it's new. Okay, so all this is the same, I think. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. Don't worry about it. Okay. Um, yeah, I'll leave it off here. And then on the next ones, I'm gonna do side stories. And I guess depending on how long they are, um, that'll be a couple videos. And then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and get all of the secrets. I haven't got any spoilers on the secrets. I've been avoiding them because I didn't want to be spoiled. So I'm gonna try to get them, and it's gonna be annoying because I'm not very smart. I don't think outside of boxes. So sometimes things have to be written out for me. And I'll try some stuff, and you'll get to see my frustration as I go, because things don't work when I want them to. Okay, I'll see everyone in the next video. Bye!